Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the live, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, take a seat. Go ahead and tap the screen and share the live. I go by Pretty Powerhouse, and this is your Powerhouse Pep Talk. I make content for beautiful women who struggle with pretty hurts, with pretty girl issues. That's what I talk about in this community here, right? I talk about the things that people are afraid to talk about. That's what I make my content about. I talk about jealousy. I talk about envy. I talk about, workplace bullying. I talk about hazing, right? I talk about how to build your confidence as a beautiful woman. I talk about how to enjoy your beauty, enjoy who you are as a person, right? I talk about how to walk in your authority and in your power. That's what I talk about here. And I'm a spiritual advisor as well as a glamour expert. So I say that because I have over 10 years of experience in the beauty industry as a professional makeup artist. So I've worked very, very closely with women. And, basically when they would sit in my chair to get makeup done, it's almost like a therapy session because women go through a lot of things. And I've seen the power of beauty and how it can change a woman's mental, right? It can change a woman's mind and how she feels about herself. And then, of course, my background in the spiritual realm or business or whatever, I started that back in 2019 and became a tarot reader and astrology reader as well. And I used to do root work for people. So I've come up with a way to just blend everything together and talk about both matters, both spirituality and beauty. And my main focus is to help women understand who they are, their identity, and help women use their glamour or magnetism to attract a great life to themselves so they can live the life of their dreams. Thank you so much for that heart me, honey. Go ahead and tap the screen, guys. This is going to be a Powerhouse Pep Talk. And hi, Nisha. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've been experiencing on this app. It has been interesting. If you have not seen my story that I made a few hours ago, I talked about how some of the young ladies here on the app with larger platforms, some of the young ladies here on the app with larger platforms than I'm getting ready to go in a couple of hours. But a couple of young ladies on this app who have larger platforms than me have tried to either collaborate with me or just let me know that I've inspired them in some type of way, but then would turn around and block me. Or I would catch them saying, like foul stuff about me or my lifestyle, because if you don't know, I am a lesbian. I'm married to my wife. And they would just say little weird stuff like that. I just feel like, I feel like I'm being under some kind of spiritual attack on this app. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Because when you have something special, when you have a gift, when you have a message, you will be attacked for it. When you have a gift or when you have something, you're an esthetician, okay, awesome. That's awesome. When you have something to offer the masses, you will be attacked. And by you being a beautiful woman, having that gorgeous face, that's a spiritual gift. So that's always going to be attacked. Always. So let you be beautiful, but then you have a powerful gift of encouragement, or you can, shift frequencies just with your presence. You have a healing power, or you make people feel really good. You're very pleasant to be around, right? Or you have a strong presence where you intimidate people. You are always going to be a problem. You're going to be an issue. And I created this platform, and I talk about the things that I talk about to encourage you to stay in your, do your thing and stay where you are. You don't have to pivot or move or shift or contort yourself to be someone that you're not. You don't have to do that. I just find it so funny how the things that I'm talking about on this app that I've experienced already in my life, it's like happening in real time with the people that are finding me on here. it's just so funny. It's not even like, I mean, it is weird behavior, but it's so funny because that's just how it is. Thank you, Truly Inspired. That's just how it is. When you have when you have a light, aside from being a gorgeous girl or just beautiful or pretty face or whatever. Happy Sunday, honey. When you have a gift, when you have a light, when you have something really special, people will work overtime to try to destroy it. Thank you for those popular votes. If you're going to give gifts, guys, please give the popular votes. It boosts up the live. That way you guys can be able to engage with more people. But when you have something special like that, see, and I say this in all just me being genuine. There's no malice or conceit when I say that I have a special gift. This is because I know who I am. They don't want you to get to that point of you knowing who you are and being confident in yourself. They want you to guess yourself. This is why they give you condescending remarks. This is why they tell you that you think you're all that. This is why they tell you that you're doing too much, or that you're too snobby, or you're too picky, or you shouldn't wear makeup, or you shouldn't do your hair a certain way, or you shouldn't do whatever it is that you do in order to elevate your look or just be in your energy. They will constantly do things to try to chip away at your confidence because they don't want you to know who you are. When you know who you are, you become powerful, and people want to take your power away from you. They do. And I will die on this hill, y'all. What I talk about, I'm very passionate about. This will not change. I will not shift and change up my viewpoints and all that because I've lived it. I'm still living it. When you are a powerful person, people will try to chip away at that because the average person doesn't feel powerful. The average woman does not feel powerful. The average woman does not feel powerful. So when you walk in the room in all of your authenticity, who you are, and you're beautiful, you are going to cause a lot of issues. You are going to wreak havoc. And you don't have to have a whole lot of followers, and you don't even have to have a whole lot of money. It's just your presence. It's your presence. Your presence alone can rock the boat, sis. Okay? And what my goal is on this app, and just what I do in general as far as my coaching services and the ebooks I write, I want women to get comfortable with that. I need you to get comfortable with shaking the table wherever you go, because that's what it's going to be. I don't want you scratching your head anymore. Well, I don't know why this happened. Well, I don't know why she stopped talking to me. I don't know why she blocked me. I don't know why she's talking crap about me. You are beautiful and powerful. That's why. I need you to get it through your head. I need you to get it through your head. This is why. It's not that complicated. We make everything so complicated and try to over intellectualize everything. No, it's not. It's not that hard to understand. You're pretty. Thank you, honey. Thank you for that heart me. You're pretty. That's why. You're pretty. You're beautiful. That's it. That's it. That's y'all. These issues that you continuously have with women all the time. The shade that your so-called friends throw, right? Or even like the men that you date. Those little condescending remarks he makes to you sometimes to try to bring your confidence down because you just look too good that day. It's because you're pretty. And people love to destroy beautiful things. They do. That's just natural instincts of humans. Humans like to tear beautiful things down. Period. They do. A human will destroy the most beautiful piece of art just to say they did it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I created this platform. I want to remind you that that's what it is. I saw a video earlier of a young lady. She was stunning, beautiful young lady. She was like basically saying women who always think people are jealous of them or they can't keep friends because they think that everyone is doing things to them. It's really because you are a trash individual or something like that, or you're just an asshole. That's not always the case. That's not always the case. No. And I would like for people to stop trying to gaslight beautiful women into thinking they're the problem. No, you could be literally minding your fucking business at the workplace, and here these motherfuckers come asking you all kind of questions, getting all in your business, trying to interrogate you about your personal life. And the minute you tell them, no, I don't feel comfortable, now you're the fucking problem. But you're going to tell me that I'm the problem because I said no or I had a boundary? Huh? Like, that's crazy. Or like the young lady who made the video about basically her being upset about a young lady not telling her where she got her damn boots from. She's not a girl's girl. So you mean to tell me that I can't say no? I can't have a fucking boundary and say no? I'm the problem now? I'm not a girl's girl because I don't want to tell a complete fucking stranger where I got my boots from? That makes me a damn not a girl's girl? That makes me a problem? It's the gaslighting for me. It's always they. As a beautiful woman, you will always be gaslit. People will always try to make you think that what you go through and what you experience is just non-existent. You're losing your mind and you don't know what you're talking about. And that's not really happening to you. Oh, that's not that deep. Stay away from people like that. You need to be around people that are going to affirm your experiences. When you're pretty, people are always going to try to invalidate your experience. One of my videos is kind of going viral when I talk about that. Those humbling tactics people do against beautiful women. They're always going to try to remind you that you're tripping. Oh, that didn't really happen. Oh, that person didn't mean it that way, right? Oh, you just conceited. You think everybody jealous of you, but you see the signs. You see it. You see the signs. You see the hate. You hear the little condescending jokes. You ever been around somebody that always like kind of throw shade at you, but then she'd be like, oh, it was just a joke. No, it's not. There's a little bit of realness in every little joke. There's a little bit of truth to every little joke. I don't take that lightly. When a woman calls herself my friend or my acquaintance or something and she's doing stuff like that, I get away from her because you're not about to play in my face like that. And as beautiful women, we deal with that and we get gaslit if we cut people off or if we call out the bullshit in a person. That person was being shady. Well, they didn't mean that. I mean, you take everything so seriously. And this is why I preach about being more exclusive as a pretty girl. You got to be exclusive. You have to be exclusive because as a beautiful woman, as a woman with a light, people want to be in your space. They want to take away from you. They want what you have. They want the power that they think you have. So they'll chip away at your confidence to lower your vibration so they can get closer and closer to you to snatch it away from you. You know what I mean? You can't let that happen. You have to be very exclusive. So I said all that to say from now on, like, I am no longer interested in, I've already wasn't interested in like really collaborating too much with women on here. I have one young lady that I will be collaborating with soon. I'm going to announce that. But as far as like just the hey sis and all that should be fake as hell, y'all. That hey sis stuff. I'm a girl's girl. Oh, all this, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you inspire me so much. That should be fake as fuck, y'all. That should be fake as hell. That should be fake. For real. There's only a few women who are actually comfortable being around other powerful, beautiful women. Right? And you ain't got to have a whole lot of money to be powerful. You don't have to have a whole lot of clout to be powerful. Let me tell y'all something. I'm that girl whether I got $2 in my pocket or $2,000 in my pocket, $200,000 in my pocket. When you're that girl, period. When you're that girl, you are that girl, period. You don't need all the extra shit. The extra shit is nice. You'll take the extra shit. The extra shit is cool, but you know what I'm saying? I'm literally just sick of the gaslighting. I'm tired of the gaslighting from other people who try to convince you that you're losing your mind because you notice the shit that people do to you as an attractive woman. You're not going crazy. You're not going crazy. The workplace bullying, that's real. Workplace bullying when you're pretty and when you're intelligent at that, when you're pretty, competent, and intelligent, that female boss you got is jealous. She is going, 9 times out of 10, she is going to do things to try to sabotage you. She's not going to train you properly, number one. And she's going to try to undermine all the hard work that you do and try to make you feel like you're not doing your job properly. Right? Then if you report it, you're a problem. But every mistake you make is also all over the place. Like, you make a mistake at the job as a pretty girl, everybody knows about it. How does this happen? Hey, Bombeezy, how does this happen? Or you notice how you just start a new job and you're getting those weird stares, but it's always one brave bitch who come at you asking you questions about your personal life. And then when you say no or you create a boundary with that person, now all of a sudden everybody don't like you. Things like this happen to beautiful women all the time. We're not losing our minds going crazy making this shit up. We're not making this shit up. Friendship dynamics is always one. Yes, seriously. It's always somebody in a corner somewhere trying to plot and scheme on the pretty girl, on the girl with the with that light on her. Always, as a beautiful woman, I want beautiful women to understand that part. Like, get with that part. And then we can learn how to navigate life with what we have. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to feel down about being pretty and try to hide yourself or become another person or be like, you know what? I'm just not going to wear my real lipstick no more because I'm tired of my manager complaining about it. Or I'm not going to show up to the party dressed up like I usually do because I don't want my friend to be jealous. Like, no. You should be able to operate in the world as your true, authentic self. You shouldn't even be around people that's jealous of you. If you have an inkling of a person being jealous of you, you need to get away from that person. Jealousy, that jealous spirit is very dangerous. It's very dangerous because it can easily turn into envy. And then when it goes into envy, it's a whole nother problem. I want my pretty girls to be as confident as possible. I want you to take your confidence that you already have and just shoot it up to the moon somewhere. Like, be as confident as possible. I don't care what level of beauty you have, because in a woman's mind, there's levels, right? Levels to beauty, because we, naturally have a hierarchy thinking. It is what it is, right? I don't care what your skin tone is. I don't care what your body type is. I don't care about any of that. If you can look in the mirror and say, damn it, you are a gorgeous woman, that is what I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. If you can look in the mirror and actually like what you see, whether you got makeup on or not, I'm talking to you. If you can relate to any of the things I talk about on any of my videos, I am talking to you. I want to make that very, very clear, because I don't want people to think that I'm talking about a specific race or demographic. No, I'm talking about women who know they're pretty, who know they're beautiful, and who experience the shit that I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking to. I'm talking to y'all. Hey, everybody that's just tuning in, hold on. Wait a minute. See. Jealousy can be very dangerous. Yes. Jealousy is very, very dangerous. And the signs are always there. But what do? We just move right past them. Right? Because we're like, no, they didn't mean that. We gaslight ourselves. We allow other people to gaslight us, and we gaslight ourselves. They didn't mean that. Oh, well, maybe they was. No, people know exactly what the fuck they doing. They know what they doing. People know exactly what they are doing when it comes to you. They know. Believe that. They know what they're doing. They know they're being shady. They know they're being condescending. They know that. That's why they're doing it. You know what I mean? That's why they're saying the things that they say to you. They know what they're saying. If you get an inkling of a person that's in your life, in your space, whether you just met them 2 days ago or you've been knowing them for 20 years, you get an inkling of somebody having a hint of jealousy towards you or any type of malice or ill intention, you step the fuck back. You hear me? Yes, they do. Thank you for your wisdom. Oh, no problem, Miss Susan. No problem. If you feel like a person has any form of jealousy, any twinge of envy, malice, ill intention, you need to back the fuck away from that person. Back away. Back away. And that's for your safety. That is for your safety. Because if you continue to be around a person like that, right, you can literally feel it. It's in your intuition. When you continue to be around a person like that, all that's going to happen is that jealousy that the person already feels is going to get stronger. So the way that they treat you is going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. It's just going to grow bigger and bigger, and it's going to become more of a problem. I don't care how small it is. Get away. Back up from that person. Back away. Because when you're beautiful and you experience jealousy, the first thing they're going to try to do is destroy that pretty face. And if anybody tries to gaslight and say that's not true, why is there so many women being attacked with acid? Why are there so many acid attacks? Why? There's many different forms of jealousy, right? But when a person is jealous of you because of how you look, it can get really, really bad. How can you detect jealousy? I was just about to say acid attacks. Right. How do you detect jealousy from a person? So I'm going to share that by explaining to you the difference between jealousy and envy, because those are two different things. When a person is jealous of you, they're going to make it obvious. They're going to try to isolate you. They're going to try to make you feel like an outcast. They're going to do little nasty things to you, roll their eyes, or even if, like, let's say you work with a person that's jealous of you, they're going to try to bump you on purpose, right? And then say it's an accident. A person that you can feel the energy. You can feel it. You can see it in their eyes. The person is not going to be able to make eye contact with you. If they're jealous of you, they're not going to be able to make eye contact. They're not going to be able to make eye contact. And they're going to make it known that they're jealous of you by trying to isolate you from other people. Trying to make you an outcast. So they will purposely not talk to you, but talk to everyone else in the room. They will purposely not speak to you. And it's not to say everyone owes you a hello, right? But politeness, you're in a room, right? Everyone's in the room. Hello, everyone, whatever. That jealous person is going to make it known that they don't like you by not speaking to you. They're going to speak to everybody else except for you. They will literally say everyone's name. Hey, such and such. Hey, James. Hey, Curtis. Hey, Sandra. And when it comes to you, they're going to pass you right up. That's jealousy. When a person does not like you, or when a person is jealous of you, it'll be a person that you have not even had a conversation with. When you have a person that you've literally never had a conversation with, but they're exhibiting those type of behaviors, they're jealous. They're jealous. Period. Now, an envious person, let's talk about that, because like I said, jealousy and envy are two different things. So envious people do different things. Envious people do an eye squint thing, right? And I'm going to explain that part. So envy is when a person tries to get close to you or get into close proximity to you. They do this to watch you. Envious people get close to you to try to watch you. They want to get intel. They want to get information. Thank you, Hustling Queen. They want to get information out of you. So they will admonish you with all kind of compliments. They'll give gifts. They'll invite you to the brunch. They want to hang out all the time. Hey, boo, right? And then they'll start asking you very invasive personal questions from the very beginning. It'll be like they want to get to know you way too soon, like way too quickly, right? Then you'll see them mimic things that you do. It'll start off very small because it's gradual. It's a gradual effect, right? Because the purpose of an envious person is that they want to replace you. They want to be friends immediately. Exactly. An envious person wants to be your friend immediately. A jealous person wants to make it known they don't like you. A jealous person wants to remove you. An envious person wants to replace you. So that's two different things. And when they see, like when a jealous person sees that they can't remove you, they get hostile. Right? So their jealous attacks will get worse and worse as the time goes on. But what ends up happening usually is that they end up removing themselves. But then envy. When an envious person realizes that they can't replace you, you gotta remove yourself, because their attacks are gonna be more fierce. They'll try to take you out of life. They'll try to take you off this earth. An envious person. Period. Okay? They want to be best friends immediately. They want your life and to be you. Exactly. And there's so many women out here like that. And I'm going to explain why you experience so much jealousy and envy from women in particular. The reason you experience so much jealousy and envy from women is because most women do not have an identity. They don't know who they are. To their core, they don't know who they are. You can simplify the two again. I need to write it down. Jealous, I'll say it simply this way. A jealous woman wants to remove you. An envious woman wants to replace you. And that's shout out to Level Up Guru. She said that a while back on her page. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but I was like, you know what? She's absolutely right. But yes, an envious person wants to replace you. A jealous person wants to remove you. Period. And I just hate to see videos about this topic and they basically gaslight beautiful women about it. Like, no one's jealous of you. No one's envious of you. Everything's not about you being jealous of somebody being jealous of you. Y'all, people are not as complex as we like to think they are. Most people are very simple. They're simpletons. It really is that simple. They are jealous. They are. Period. And you can always tell. You can always tell. That hey sis stuff. Girls, I'm a girl's girl, and I just love all women and I want to see all women win and da-da-da-da-da. As soon as you start surpassing her, it's a fucking problem. Okay? As soon as you start surpassing her, it's an issue. Women, it's okay when you're on the same level. When everybody's on the same level, doing the same things, we're all just doing the same stuff. We're all girls doing the same thing. Until you start progressing. Until you start getting more followers. Until you start making more sales. Until you become employee of the month. Until you get a better car, live in a better house. Until you get married or engaged. Right? Until you get that better job. That's when it's a problem. We can all be on the same level. Oh, yeah. We all the same. Everybody the same. Girl power, until that one woman starts to elevate in a real way. Then it's a problem. She fake. She left us behind. She thinks she all that. She was fake anyway from the beginning. Let me tell you something. A real powerful woman, a real powerhouse is going to celebrate other women that's doing much better than her in life. Not only that, she's going to have respect for that woman too. I have high respect for successful women that have a certain code of ethics. Because not every successful bitch deserves your respect. I'll put that right there too. Because a lot of these women who are quote unquote successful, they don't respect other people. Because women have an issue with respecting each other in general and themselves. So I have a high respect for women who are successful, who have more than me, and respect themselves and other people. Right? And I can also recognize the power within another woman because I already know the power within myself. That is how you operate as a powerhouse, right? You know who you are. So there's no need to try to diminish the light of another woman or to try to downplay it, because there's a lot of that too. You'll see, a woman will even other pretty women. This happens in the group, communities of beautiful women. This happens all the time. Those basketball wives shows, Love and Hip Hop, all that stuff. You see all this stuff all the time play out, right? So you have the woman who has her thing going, but another woman walks in, and she has something else that's different, and her social status may be a little higher. If you're not confident within who you are, that's gonna make you feel away. Now, what you do with that twinge you feel, right? Because we're all human, and we've all experienced jealousy at some point. If you're saying you never experienced jealousy, you are a fucking liar, and the truth is not in you, okay? Thank you, Hustling Queen. But if you ever feel jealous of another woman's success, her looks or whatever, that is a signal of a place in your life, an aspect of your life that you need to work on, right? So let's say you that girl, you're beautiful, you're talented, but then there's another talented, beautiful woman with money that walks in, and maybe money is where you struggle at. Maybe you struggle in your finances, and you start to feel that twinge of jealousy, like you start to say stuff like, well, she probably has somebody pay for all that stuff. Her titties ain't real, or she probably got a BBL. Stop yourself and ask yourself why you feel like that. Why do I feel like this? I don't know this woman. Why am I feeling jealous? Oh, she has a certain social status that I want. Oh, she has a certain financial status that I want. Maybe I could learn from her. Maybe it's something that she's done that I haven't done yet. Maybe I can learn from this woman instead of feeling like this. Let me approach her and see if maybe she's, maybe I can learn something from this woman. Maybe she is, taught in a certain area that I'm not. That's what you do with your jealousy. I don't like to perpetuate this idea that, you're so ascended that you never experience jealousy. Like, anybody talking like that is a fucking liar, okay? And I don't like liars. But this also comes with being very honest about where you are in life. You have to be very honest, right? Be honest with yourself. This helps you stand in your truth and in your power. This helps you stand with other women who may have more than you, or do more than you, or be more intelligent and smart than you. Maybe intelligence is a place in your life where you want to elevate, and you get a twinge of jealousy when you see a beautiful, intelligent woman speaking about things, and you wish you could, elaborate on things like she can, right? You may feel that twinge, like she thinks she know everything. Oh my God. This bitch thinks she thinks she know everything. Stop yourself and say, why do I feel like that? Why am I saying that? Oh, she's actually very intelligent, and I would like to be intelligent like that. Maybe I could learn from her. Maybe I could learn from her. Maybe her intelligence, I can be more well-read. Maybe I can read more so that I can become more intelligent. Yes, I had to do that. Right. Listen, this is a safe space to be absolutely honest. Okay? Because we human. When we feel negative or low vibrational emotions, and it's okay. I'm going to definitely talk about what it's like to have jealousy come against you, but I'm going to also talk about when you feel jealous as the pretty girl, right? You feeling jealous as the pretty woman. What do you do with that feeling when you feel jealous? When you feel like you're not enough? Because that's really what it is. When you feel that twinge of jealousy, it's because a part of you doesn't feel like you're enough. I'm here to tell you that you are. That's where you start. You need to understand and know that you are enough. You are. Right now, who you are today is enough. Now, if you want to work on advancing or ascending or growing, elevating, that's awesome, because we should all be doing that. But you are enough right now. You don't need to be smarter. You don't need to be the smartest woman in the room. You need to be you. You don't need to be the baddest bitch in the room. You are the baddest bitch in the room. That's it. You don't need to try to be the baddest bitch in the room. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about being the baddest bitch in the room. Because I know I'm already that. So I don't need to do anything extra to make myself the baddest bitch in the room because I'm already her. You understand what I'm saying? Period. 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 You're already her. Now, of course, grow, improve, elevate, but you're already that. Period. No debate. It's no debate. We ain't debating that. We're not debating that, and I'm not going to let nobody try to debate it. That's on period. Y'all, I was watching this video, right? This was earlier today. And I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. His name is Gary V. He's like a social media guru, whatever. Hey, Gabby. Social media guru person, right? Just, he's a beast when it comes to social media and how to market your business and stuff like that. So I saw this video of him talking to this young lady that went to one of his, one of his events he has when he talks to people and stuff like that. And she was young. She had to be like 20 years old. And she's talking to him like, I'm so inspired by you. He's like, I'm glad you came. That's wonderful. And they're talking about things. And he's, if you've heard of Gary Vee, you know that he's gonna say something very impactful that, that makes you think, right? So this young lady was, she went to school and everything, and she's really trying to make something of her life. I'm guessing it's with social media and stuff. So toward the end of their conversation, they hug. Thank you, Bombeezy. They hug, and then she says, I'm letting you know that I'm gonna be somebody. I'll let you know. She said, one day I'm gonna be somebody. He took her by her shoulders and he said, I need you to look at me. He said, you are somebody right now. And she just stopped. And her face, like the look on her face was just like, oh my God. He was like, you are somebody right now. You are somebody right now. That message is for y'all today. You are somebody right now. I don't care if you have 30 followers on this fucking app. And I don't care if you are in a digital marketing or you do digital products or you have a coaching business and all you make is $30 a fucking week. I don't care. You are somebody right fucking now. You hear me? I don't care if you've been unemployed for a year. I don't care if your car broke down and you got to walk down the street. I don't care what it is. You are that girl right now. Today, this moment. Do you hear me? I don't care what life is throwing at you, what curveballs you may be experiencing. I don't care if you just found out you have a terminal illness or what. I don't care what it is. You're that girl. You never needed the money. You never needed the material stuff, and you never needed the fucking clout. You are the clout. You are the abundance. You are the money, and you are all the shit that you want to experience in this life. You're already that. You just got to get there. You got to arrive there. You are already her. Period, y'all. It's period. It's no debate. It's no debate. It's period. It's that statement, period. I am that girl, period. I am somebody right now, period. It's no debate after that. It's no debate after that. Whatever you identify with, that's what it is. And the things that you identify with come into your existence and into your energy when you accept that. This is why I now call myself a glamour expert, because I understand glamour on a spiritual level, not just doing makeup. I understand it, and I've seen what it can do for me. And I consider myself a coach and a spiritual advisor because I understand things of the spirit and I've seen what it can do for people. And I'm not wavering from that. That's the identity I go by, and that's that. This is why I say I'm that girl, because I know that. That's not even like, it has come to the point where it's not even a belief anymore. It is a very strong knowing because I trust myself. You got to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. Period. Hold on. Let me see. What's this about? 2 questions about your friend. Okay, honey. Her man bought her gifts and talked her into quitting her job. Talked to her into moving in with him because her family was abusive and envious. I want to ask you this question. Why are you concerned about that person and not yourself? I need you to answer that question first. Your friend and her boyfriend has nothing to do with you. So I need you to focus more on your life and yourself. I can't. She needs to come to me and ask me about that. Your friend needs to come to me and ask me about that, or come to whoever. You can't fix your friend's problems. You need to concern yourself about yourself, not your friend. So that's one thing we need to do more as women. We have to focus more on ourselves. We cannot fix our friends. We cannot fix their lives. We can't fix people. We can't fix people. We need to stop doing that. And we also need to learn how to step back sometimes when our friends are going through a hard time. Just be there, but we don't need to fix it. We don't need to fix it. Your friend is going to have to learn how to come into her own, to better her life. You can't do that for her. We can't save our friends, y'all, as much as we want to. That's something I had to learn. That's something that I had to learn. Exactly. Sometimes it's not our journey to go with them. Exactly. I had to learn that. Like, you can give your friend money. You can book a hotel room for her to live in if she ain't got nowhere to go. You can let her stay with you. You can buy food for her and her kids. Right? You can give her all the advice at 4 a.m. Doesn't mean anything if she's not going to better her life. So all you can do is just be a friend. Just be there. But you can't try to go in there trying to fix shit. I learned my lesson. I don't do that with women. I don't get in women's business. You asking for, okay, so this was for you. What would be the best decision for yourself? Have you considered that? What would your best life look like? And if it does not involve that man, you need to leave him alone. And I know that may be hard to hear, but if your best life does not involve that man, you need to get rid of him. Period. I need you to take a look at what your best life would look like. Matter of fact, let's all do that for a second. Let's all do that for a second. Let's all leave him. You will be okay. Yes, you will live another day. I promise. Yes. Let's all think about what our best life would look like. And if it doesn't involve certain things that we are experiencing right now, we need to let that shit go. I'm unemployed and keep being rejected for jobs. You don't have family, honey. You need to call your mom if your mom is still, with us. Call your mom or an aunt. You need to get away from that man. And it's just really that simple. And it's about how bad you want it. How bad do you want to better your life? Are you willing to go through the steps? Because it's not going to be easy. I was in a situation some years ago. I moved completely out of town with my children to leave a bad situation, or to completely leave a guy. I'd start all the way over, and I did. Sometimes you just got to be willing to do things that you feel like you can't do. You know what I mean? I need you to write on a piece of paper what your options are. and go from there. Because at the end of the day, I can't tell you exactly what to do because I'm not in your situation. And I would not know what's best for you. So I don't know what your situation is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody that's tuning in. Yeah, but let's think about what our best life would look like, y'all. Like, because I really, it's still the beginning of the year. It's still, the beginning of 2025. We ain't in the end of the year just yet. It's only the 5th month of the year. Where are we going to be in the next 6 months? What does the next 6 months look like? What does it look like to stand in your power? What does it look like to be more confident? What does it look like to advocate for yourself? What does it look like to create boundaries and actually stand on it? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like for you? What does it look like to really enjoy your beauty and the benefits that it gives you in life? What does that look like for you? Romanticize it. And I know people like to say that's Delulu. I don't give a fuck what people say. I don't care. I'll be Delulu, but I bet you I have everything I want, period. Okay? What does your dream life look like? And what are you willing to do in order to get it? Thank you, honey. What does your dream life look like? And what are you willing to do in order to get it? Are you willing to move out of your home state? Are you willing to take that job? Hey, I said my delusion is powerful. It is. Look. And all delusion is a really, really strong imagination. That's all delusion is. You know what I mean? That's all it is. But are you willing to do what's necessary to get to your next level? And what are those things that you're going to have to do to get there? Listen, I'm about to walk away from what's not serving me, just me and a U-Haul. God, I know that's right. Like sometimes your literal environment, like where you live, is affecting you. It's blocking you. I will die on that hill. Sometimes you got to move away and start fresh somewhere else where you can really build. You know what I mean? But are you willing to do that? If it's something that you have to do, are you willing? Are you willing? Are you willing to leave that relationship behind because you see that this person has constantly hurt you, disrespected you, have hurt you emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually? Are you willing to walk away? Even if you have kids with this person, are you willing to walk away from that person in order for you to reach your destination? Are you willing to cut off those toxic family members? Are you willing to cut off those toxic friends and go no contact with people? Are you willing to quit that job? Quit the job that is causing you mental distress. That's what I had to do recently. I quit that job. Let me tell you something. I quit. You hear me? Quit. Thank God I'm smart enough to have money in the savings, okay? And I have a very supportive wife. But I had to quit. I quit my job recently because it was causing me mental distress. And my peace matters to me way more. My peace matters to me. My peace is what I prioritize over everything else. I prioritize peace over money, over friendships, over whatever. My peace is number one. If you are costing me my peace, you gotta go, baby. Like, period. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna be at peace, baby. Okay? So are you willing to do what's necessary to go to your next level? So I just got me a mentor the other day because I'm willing to go the distance, take the steps necessary to reach my next level as a coach. And in the entrepreneurial space, I want to reach my next level. So I know I need a mentor for that. So I got a mentor. You know what I mean? And not only did I get my mentor, I'm actually taking heed to what my mentor is telling me that I need to do in order to better my business. You know what I'm saying? What are you willing to do? If you want to lose weight, are you willing to eat the proper foods in order to do so? Maybe you want to gain muscle. Are you willing to do those workouts in order to get it done? You want to go back to school? Are you willing to create a schedule for you to be able to go to school and work? Like, we gotta do that. And it's possible. It's possible. You just gotta make that possible. As far as me being on this app is concerned, I'm willing to cut off anybody that's doing weird shit to me on this app. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I'm also willing to collaborate with people that I know or that I feel are a good match for me and what, we're on the same wavelength with stuff. I'm willing to do that too. Because I know that if I am going to grow, I have to be open to receive. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be willing. If you want to heal in certain areas of your life, you got to be willing to go through the healing process. You got to be willing to do your mirror work. You got to be willing to do your glamour. You got to be willing to affirm yourself every day. Speak positivity over yourself and your life. You got to be willing to align yourself with things that are going to help you get there. They're going to help you heal in those areas or elevate your life. Because one thing I don't want for my beautiful women is to just, you guys to be stuck. Hey, Mila, I don't want you to be stuck. I want you to always be elevating and rising. Because that's what this is all about, right? Or else what the hell is any of this for if we're not meant to elevate and rise, right? What are we experiencing all of this stuff for if we're not meant to be at our highest level? Right? I'm not sure, you have a bunch of numbers by your name, but what I will say is this to you. You may be in a season of life where you have to be alone and away from everybody to regroup and refocus. So you may have to write down all of your options that you have. Even if those options are the homeless shelter and stuff like that, you may have to go with that option. You just may have to do it. You just might have to do it. But you have to be willing to take those steps. If you really want your life to change, you're going to have to do some shit you don't want to do. If you want to elevate, you're going to have to do shit you don't want to do or shit you don't feel like doing or things you feel like you shouldn't have to do, right? You're going to have to do some of that stuff. Like, it doesn't feel good to try to heal yourself from your trauma, but it has to be done if you want to become a self-actualized woman, if you want to reach your goddess level, if you want to be a powerhouse, if you want to be a powerful individual, you're going to have to do that healing work, and that shit ain't easy. That shit is not easy. It's not. Right? If you want to, elevate your intelligence, your intellect. Thank you, Miss Erica. If you want to advance your intelligence, you're going to have to read more books. You're just going to have to. It's required. You may not feel like reading a book. I got so many books. Half of them I read. Half of them another half I'm not finished reading. And there's a few of them I haven't started. If I want to elevate in my way of thinking, in my intellect, I gotta read my books. I gotta do something. I gotta do something. But I'm glad you guys are in here with me today. I'm getting ready to go to a couple of events with my wife. We still celebrating her birthday. So I'm in here getting ready. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say hey and, give y'all a word of encouragement today, because I just feel like, for me personally, I need to be encouraged. I need to be encouraged every day. And I also like to encourage others daily, because you just never know what people are going through. You never know if you're going to run into a person that can be moved by your encouragement, right? Or whatever you have to say, or whatever the divine puts on your heart to talk about. I want to always be available to God to encourage you ladies, whether my face is showing on live or not. I want you to hear my voice and be moved so that you can, fulfill whatever goals you have for that day, because it's a daily thing. And man, when you have a light on you, and when you know you have a special gift, this world has a way of tearing you down, and it's not fair. It's not right, But we gotta keep going. We gotta keep pushing, Those young ladies that blocked me after telling me I inspired them so much, and the other girl that I collaborated with, but that ain't what it's hitting for. I just gotta roll with the punches. That's just how it is. Especially when you know you have a particular calling on your life. You're gonna deal with that. Even like the young lady who was very gracious enough to let us know what she has going on in her life right now. Sometimes you go through a season of isolation where you have no friends, and you have no family, and you have no one. You have no one. And it's just you. And you have to go within and figure it out. That is not easy, but it's necessary. You gotta, that's one of the ways you're gonna become the goddess that you already are, become the powerhouse that you already are. You gotta do that part. It's not easy. You're gonna go through some shit. You are gonna go through some trials, man. You're going to go through some resistance when you have a special gift and when you're pretty. Whatever your special gift may be, no matter how big or small it is, when you have something special on the inside of you that you know that you're supposed to share with the world, it gets very tough. Everywhere you go, and once you become cognizant of the signs, you don't unsee it. You can't unsee it. I think that's the hardest part. When you're cognizant of the signs of people coming against you, or people that don't like you, or jealous, or just spiritual attacks in general, when you're cognizant of that, you can't unsee it. And that's what makes it like hard, because it's like, damn, what did I do now? You didn't do nothing, baby. You exist, and you have a certain energetic on you that you exist in. And that's just what comes with it. So no more scratching our head about why certain things happen with people. No more scratching your head about it. You know why now. Yeah, you could never unsee it. That's why you got to remove yourself. Exactly. It's very hard. It is hard because we attach ourselves to what's familiar. That's why it's so hard to get rid of that bullshit ass friendship. You've been in a friendship 10 years and you've been hit with so many signs of jealousy, envy, and even hate. But you just keep on brushing it away because y'all been friends for 10 years. Oh, well, she paid my light bill one time. And oh, we went to these trips together. And oh, our kids' birthdays, we celebrate the birthdays the same. Is that worth your peace, honey? No, it's not. We see the signs, in people we date, people we love and care about so much that we think we're going to have a future with. You see that this man disrespects you, but you just keep on because you want to see the good in him. You want to see the good in him. I know he a good person deep down on the inside. He's been showing you who he is this whole time. You are too naive to let go and move forward without him. You got to let that go. We have to learn how to stand in our power and do the thing that we are most afraid to do in order to reach our next level. And sometimes it's leaving. Sometimes it's just exiting the building. Leaving people alone. Doing something different. Trying something new. Starting the business that you've been wanting to start for the past 2 years, but you've been so afraid of what people gonna think. You're so afraid of people's opinions. That's why some beautiful women don't even post online. They're so afraid of people perceiving them a certain way. People going to perceive you regardless. They're going to have an opinion. People are going to have an opinion, and you cannot internalize the opinion that people have. You have to know yourself enough to know that your opinion is superior to everyone else's opinion, period. And whatever opinion someone has about you is none of your business anyway. That friend is still a hater. All the other stuff are distractions. Exactly. That once you come in contact with a jealous person, they are never not going to be jealous of you. That jealousy is going to be there. And I'm talking about a person that's operating in that energy. A person that is constantly showing you signs of jealousy. A person that is constantly doing things to try to break your confidence. A person that's trying to isolate you or gaslight you or whatever. That's the energy they operate in. They're never going to stop being that person. That's who they are, and that's not going to work for you, so you got to step back. Sometimes that's hard. Even in our family, with our family members. That one aunt you have that's always making like little snide remarks at you about the way you dress. Girl, she's been hating on you since you was a baby. And she's probably upset about the fact that your father is your father and she wanted him, but your mama got him first. It be stuff like that going on. Look, jealousy in the family is real. Okay? She could be jealous of, let me tell you. I know I'm clocking it, honey. I know I'm clocking it. She hating on you about how you look, how beautiful you are. Always making these little comments and trying to be funny. Because deep down, she jealous of the fact that your mama is with your daddy. And she want the daddy. You know what I'm saying? Period. Look, listen. I know how this shit goes. Jealousy runs real deep. It doesn't just stop with friends from school. It's all over. You hear me? It's the manager at the job. Jealous of the fact that you look so good every day. Like you're always on point. The way you dress is so on point. Like you look like you belong in somebody's magazine. But you working at that job. And it pisses the bitches at your job off so bad. Because they know that you really belong in a higher position somewhere, but you at that job. So you just fueling their jealousy. So they make little remarks about the way you dress. They even report to HR that your dresses are too tight and too short. Even though the dress sits at your fucking knee and you have a blazer on top of the dress. They complain about your heels being too high. But there's no dress code violation in that. Like your high heel is okay, right? Your toes not showing or nothing. But they get mad about that. Or you may even be really good with your money and you can afford to buy designer handbags, and they jealous about that. How can you afford a bag like that working here? Or you just get a new car. How can you afford that new car? And then they start speculating about your love life. Starting rumors about how you got a sugar daddy. And none of that is true. You just work hard. And you know how to manage money really well. But they don't know that. They look at your pretty face, the way you look, the way you dress, the way you present yourself, how smart and confident you are. And they make all kind of shit up about you. They make all these speculations. As beautiful women, you will always deal with bullshit like that. That's why I have a couple of videos about if you're pretty, start your own business. But even when you start your business, let me tell you what happens when you're pretty and you start a business. Let me tell you what happens when you are pretty and you start a business. People try to discredit that. They will discredit that and say that you don't ship out orders properly. You don't give out orders on time. Don't you bought those items for super cheap and you overpricing people, or you don't give the services that you say you give. If you sell ebooks, your ebook's trash. They bought an ebook and it's trash. You're not really helping people, or you're a hustler. You hustling and scamming people. They gonna hate you regardless. You can't run from the hate. You just gotta learn how to pivot. I done already had it said about me on this app. I'm a hustler. Or what grifter, that was the word. I'm a grifter. Because I have fucking ebooks. Like, kiss my ass. How your little business? Right. How's your little business going? Bitch. They gonna hate regardless. Because that's what they do. It's everywhere. You can't hide from it. That's why I said earlier, it be fake when women be like, oh my God, we all girl power, da 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 da, until you start doing better than her. Now you a problem. Now it's an issue. Oh my God, girl power. Yeah, we're on the same level, until you start driving a better car. Now you're a threat. Oh my God, yeah, girl power, woo, until you get the position, until you get the promotion. It's all cool until you get the promotion. It's all cool until you get employee of the month. Yes, Cooking with Kaya was a perfect example. Let's talk about her for a second, because she was on this app before I got on here, because I only been on here for like 2 months. But I would see her stuff on YouTube and Instagram. Beautiful young woman cooking food. And she would say little cute stuff like, oh, I'll take your man with this meal. Now look, this girl don't know your man. She don't know him. She's just saying things to pull people in, to draw attention to her page so that she can get more views. It's a hook. Cooking with Kaya, oh, I'll take your man with this steak. I thought it was cute. But she has so many insecure women in a tizzy. Because they took the shit personally. And they all banded together. Even though everybody claims to be a fucking girl's girl, they all banded together and got her off this fucking app. Because they do not want to see a beautiful, confident woman make it. They don't want to see a beautiful, confident woman pop her shit. Women have this mentality that there can only be one. And that's going to always be the female collective downfall. Because there's room for all of us to be in our lane doing our shit. The girls be so phony. They be the phoniest ones. Girls. The only time bitches be girls is when they are coming together to destroy another woman. That's the only time they're a girls. Thank you, Sentiment. When they're trying to destroy another woman, that's when they're girls. When they're in a group trying to bash a woman, that's when they're girls. That's when they're girls. No need to shout it if it's true. I'm telling you. Listen. I'm quick to say I'm not a girl's girl because I know I'm going to say something to piss you off because I have my own fucking opinion. Thank you, Misia. I got my own opinion. So I'm going to say, I just might say something that'll piss you off or make you be like, why she said that? Because I think differently than most women. I know I do because I know myself. I'm aware. You know what I mean? And I also know that I'm not going to always be in agreement with bullshit women do sometimes. The little dumb things that women do, little just childish shit. I'm not with that stuff. Can't no woman tell me how she dealing with a man. She dealing with a man that's married. And she be doing XYZ with him. And then can't no woman tell me no shit like that. Because I'm going to look at her like, what you doing? And then I'm going to be the issue because I don't agree with that shit she doing. Anytime you disagree with a woman, that's when you become a problem. Thank you, Cinnamon. Thank you, Misia. Anytime you try to hold a woman accountable for what she does, you're a problem. But you being honest with her proves that you're being a girl's girl because you actually give a fuck. Because you can really just walk away like, I don't care. That's on you, girl. You do what you want to do. But if you're being a girl's girl for real, sometimes you have to tell other women what they don't want to hear. But you become the problem then. You're not a girl's girl. Bitch, I never said I was a girl's girl. What you mean? I never said that. Period. Why can't we, as women, just be honest with each other about stuff? Why can't we just... The things that they want from men, they need it from women. I want you to be honest with me. You don't want people to be honest with you. You want people to tell you things you want to hear to make yourself feel good because you're so full of your fucking ego. You know what I'm saying? No. Girl, please. And this is why I talk about what I talk about on this platform. It's not even about ego here. People may think it's ego because I'm talking about beauty and vanity. I don't give a fuck what they think, though. I want you to always know who you are and stand in that shit. Because truth be told, people don't like when you're that girl. They don't like it when you know you're that girl. I try to encourage you more and more that you're that girl. This is your page. Exactly. They'll try to tell you what to talk about on your shit. They'll try to tell you how to run your shit. Thank you, Mr. Alexis. Like, how you gonna tell? That's another thing that women got a problem with. Women have a real issue with they have a real issue with respect for one another. You can't go on another woman's platform and tell her how to do her. You can't do that. That's like me getting on your page. I think you should do this and you should do that. Da-da-da-da. That's not, no, you don't do that. No. No boundaries. Exactly. And those are the women I stay away from. Because if they have no boundaries within themselves, they're not going to have it with you. They're not going to respect you. Because they don't respect themselves. That's why they do the hey sis stuff so much. You don't know that lady. Why are you calling her your sister? Auntie. Oh, auntie. You don't know that fucking lady. Why are you calling her your auntie? You don't know her. And then get mad when they get corrected about it. I saw a video like that the other day. It's a little young chick. She got mad at a woman that's on TikTok because the woman made a statement and said, "I don't like being called auntie by people I don't know. I'm not your aunt." The girl got mad about it and made a whole video talking about, it ain't really that deep and serious. That's what we be talking about. You bitches ain't got no respect for people. If the lady said don't call her that, don't fucking call her that. And it should be like no rebuttal behind that. That's a boundary that she stated. You don't have to understand why she created the boundary. She don't like it. Don't call her that. Or people that have, names that you can't pronounce correctly or something like that. There are people out there who want you to pronounce their name correctly. No, do not shorten it. No, you cannot say it this way. This is how you say my name. That's a boundary they have. And a lot of people be like, well, I'm going to just call you this anyway. No, bitch, I said call me this because this is my fucking name. Women do stuff like that all the time. Those be the bitches who can't keep friends. Those be the bitches who's constantly having issues with people, especially people who have strong boundaries. Matter of fact, no, I take that back. Those bitches got all the friends in the world because the average woman don't have no boundaries at all. When you a woman with boundaries, when you know who you are, baby, you the problem. I don't have very many friends in my life because I take friendships very seriously and I have boundaries. I take friendship very seriously and I have boundaries and I have respect for myself. And I respect other people. That's why I don't have too many friends because the average woman don't know what that is. The average woman don't know that you can't just call me at 2 a.m. crying about your boyfriend. I'm sleeping. They'll expect for you to bend and move at their will for them. And if you don't, you're a bad friend. You didn't watch my kids for me. I wanted to go somewhere on a date, and you said no. You know you didn't want to watch my kids for me, so you a bad friend. Like, I don't want to be friends with you no more. Huh? What? I said no in a situation, or that I couldn't do something, and now I'm a bad friend. I didn't answer the phone when you called me that a couple of times, and now I'm a bad friend. What? I didn't answer your every beck and call, and now I'm a bad friend. Like, that doesn't even make sense. But that's how most women operate. It's so crazy. Or they'll only call you when something wrong is going on in your life, in their life. And they think that's friendship. They think you listening to their problems is friendship. Most women feel like when you sit there and listen to them vent about bullshit, that makes y'all friends. Going to brunch, looking cute, and listen to her cry about a man that ain't doing all right, or our life is crumbling, that's friendship. That is not friendship. And most women feel like it is. Right, trauma bonding. They feel like that's how most friendships start with women. Trauma bond. No, absolutely not. No. You're not about to drain me. If that's how it starts with that woman, if you're trying to meet new people and connect with women, if she starts off telling you her whole fucking life story from the very fucking get-go, you want to stay away from a woman like that. She unstable. Because a stable-minded person knows that it takes time to get to know a person. So they're going to little here, a little of that, do. You know, it takes time. It's progressive. You're not going to dump all of your issues on me and then be like, oh my God, that's my girl. What? Most women want trauma bonds, not friendships. Right. Thank you, Mika. And when they get a man, they ghost you until he go. Baby, Mika B, let me tell you, I had a friend like that. And thank God she's not my friend anymore. I wouldn't hear from her for months. You hear me? But then every time she was going through something, whether it be with a guy or just in her life in general, guess who she calling? And then not only that, she want to go out and turn up. Now, at the time, I didn't realize what was going on. I was just happy to see my friend. You know what I mean? But then I started to recognize a pattern. Like, the only time this woman contacts me is when she's trying to relieve some stress from her man or her life and struggles and shit. And if it wasn't that, she was talking about how she ain't have no money and stuff and life just crumbling. Stay away from women like that. Stay away from unstable women. Stay away from unstable women. Now, we all go through things in life, right? We may have experienced a season of being unstable. But when you're unstable, you don't need to be around people like that. You need to be trying to get your shit together. So when you are in contact with a person and you see that their life is unstable, you need to stay away from them. Like, stay away. Because all they're going to do is pour onto you all of their trauma and bullshit. And then your life is going to start going fucking nuts. Your life is going to be just as chaotic. Because you are allowing this chaotic person in your space. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's one of the laws of power, by the way. One of the 48 laws of power is to stay away from the unlucky. I forget exactly how it's said. But basically, it's just stay away from unlucky people. That's one of the 48 laws of power. It's hard finding real friends, real women. Right, it is. It is. Let me see. Yeah, heal first. Exactly. My cousin used to ghost me all the seasons except summer, literally. Yeah, because all the other seasons she booed up with her dude, and then for summer she want to be outside because they broke up or something. Tell me why I was the toxic person. Hey, let me tell you something, Miss Ruby. You acknowledged it. And that's the first step to make it a positive change, is when you acknowledge it. Energy is conscious. Exactly. Energy, it permeates, right? It permeates into different things. So you around a person that's toxic, it's gonna rub off on you. If you're around that toxic shit enough, you're gonna be experiencing toxicity as well. So that's why you gotta stay away from people who don't think positive, people who don't live a positive life. It ain't gotta be exactly how you live it, right? But if they're always at that low state of being, you gotta cut that off, because that's just gonna cause you to have a low vibration, and we don't need that. Hell no. Mm-mm. If you got friends that like to gossip and kiki, girl, you better just stop answering that phone. Stop answering that phone. Every time she calls you, she about to give you the tea. Girl, look, stay away from that, because that's a vibration too. Gossiping is a low vibration. Stay away from that. Always got the tea. Always in somebody's business. No. Like, girl, I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Like, did we make some money today? Did we accomplish a goal today? Did we do something today? If not, then you need to go do that. And quit calling me with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or people that just typically want to do stuff that you're just not into. Like, that's not your people. And you don't have to stay in their life because you've known them for a long time or y'all have history. To hell with history, right? Never trust the tea talkers. Tea talkers, people that always got the tea, that's always in somebody's business, that's always in the know. They are thirsty people. And the reason why they're thirsty is because they're ashy. Ashy people are dehydrated. Oh my God. Stay away from gossip, because you'll be the topic too. Let me tell you, if they always in people business, if they always telling you, if they are always telling you somebody else's business, they are telling your business to somebody else. They always telling you somebody's business, they are telling your business to somebody else. Believe me. That messy spirit, that's a spirit. Being messy is a spirit. Messy, drama, chaotic, that's all a spirit. Stay away from that, baby. That ain't gonna do nothing but just drag you down. And then what'll happen is your name will be put in stuff that you ain't never even dealt with. Yes, rebuke the spirit of mess. Your name will be put in so much shit because you sat there and listened to it. You didn't sit there and listen to the mess, the drama, and the tea. You didn't sip the tea. And now they saying that you said something that you ain't never even say. You was just listening to it, but you was listening to it though. So that makes you an accomplice of the mess. So now you're a part of it. So just stay out. Just stay away. Now you're a part of the mess. Exactly. You're a part of it now. And all you did was listen, girl. All you did was listen. You ain't even do that. You like, damn. I ain't even do nothing. How the hell did I become a part of this here? Oh, because I sat my ass on the phone. That's why. Okay. The main ones talking about monitoring spirits is Listen, Mika B, I agree with that 100, 1,000, 1,000,000%. All these people talking about monitoring spirits, baby, they the monitoring spirit. And a monitoring spirit is someone who has an agenda. They want to destroy something. A monitoring spirit is there to destroy something. They want to keep up with it and they want to dismantle it. The main ones talk about monitoring spirits all the time. They are the monitoring spirit. And they want to trip you up. They want to confuse you. Yeah, talking about, monitoring spirit. Like, 'cause if you are a sane person, if you are a sane individual, you know that everybody is not a monitoring spirit. Like, people that may have viewed your profile, that's not monitoring spirits. That's just people. People do people stuff. They may look at your profile. They may, I wonder what she's doing, out of curiosity. But a real monitoring spirit is not going to let up. This person is going to be around for a very, very long time. Ain't going to just be a person that just viewed your profile a couple of times. or, viewed a few stories. I'm talking about years on end. They will not give up until they see you down. You hear me? That's a monitoring spirit. Oh, real. I know it's two people in particular, two women in particular. They have been stalking my social media since 2014. And they've been doing that because of a friend of mine that I have. They thought that her and I were together. And one of the ladies, one of the little chicks that's watching me, she had a crush on the girl. Do y'all know they still watch my pages to this day? That was in 2014. The girl and I never had nothing going on. And she's still my friend to this day. It's 2025. They've been watching me since 2014, y'all. Because the girl had a crush on my friend and she thought we were dating. That's a monitoring spirit, people. That's a monitoring spirit. That is a monitoring spirit. You want to keep up and know so they can just ease on in and try to destroy some shit. It's crazy how they be in your family. Oh, baby, monitoring spirits be in your family too. That's why you got to block some of your family members. You got to block some of your family members, baby, because they clocking. They always trying to clock your tea. You be at the family gathering or whatever, and they bringing up a Facebook post you posted 5 years ago. Why are you watching me? And who are you to tell me what I can and can't post on social media? How you gonna tell me, a grown woman, what the fuck I can post on my shit? Like, what? Well, I remember this day you posted this, and I just don't like that, and I just feel like it's disrespectful. You're gonna have to go to God in prayer, because I don't fucking care. Okay? Go to God in prayer, because I don't care. Okay? Don't care. I don't care if you don't like what I post on my social media. That's your problem, sissy poo. Not mine. Not mine. It's y'all. Oh my God. People are crazy. They're entitled. They're entitled. That's all it is. Not even supposed to be on your girl. Not even supposed to be. It be people like that. How you mad about what I'm posting and you're not even supposed to be looking at my page, girl? Don't you have me blocked? Why are you looking at my page from your friend's page? Because you like, what are you doing? Why is my name in the search bar, girl? Why is my name in the search bar? I had a guy stalk my IG in 2016. Since 2016, he had a whole baby and all. Oh yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Every new page you create, they own it. They the third follower. Just crazy. Nutty. Just nuts. People are absolutely nuts. They're nuts. Like, hi. Ain't I blocked? Why are you watching me? What do you want? You know? And then they be the main ones talking about, ain't nobody worried about you. I can't fucking tell. Ain't nobody worried about you. You always think somebody fronting on you and stunting on you. Girl, you pressed. Because why are you watching me from your best friend page? Why was your best friend in my stories? Why? What's going on? What y'all want to know? They done made 3 fake pages and all 3 fake pages follow you. They don't never like nothing. They just, the fake page just sit there. Like, people will try to gaslight you and make you think you're going crazy when stuff like that happens. You ain't going crazy, boo. You a pretty girl with a whole lot of power. That's what it is. Me and the guy never dated or anything. He was just a crush. Girl, those men are unstable too. They just as unstable as women. It's no difference because they're 2 different genders. Men are just as unstable. A man will have a crush on you for 15 years and watch all your social medias and constantly be in your inbox. And a woman will be like, okay, I'll finally give him a chance because he's been at me this, for so long. And guess what the fuck he gonna do? He is gonna put you through hell. You hear me? That man that been crushing on you for all them years, he's going to put you through hell. You want to know why he's going to put you through hell? Because you've been making him wait for 15 years. You've been making him wait on taking you out for 15 years. That's why he's going to put you through it. And then guess what's going to happen? When you leave him alone, guess what? He is still going to be in your fucking stories. He's still going to be all over your pages. He's still going to be following you. You want to know why? Because he's unhinged. He unhinged. Okay? Even when he gets married with 2 little children, guess what he's going to do? Watch every fucking story. He's going to watch all your stories. He's going to give hard eyes. Exactly, block. But you know that when they really unhinged, they just make a new page. They just make a new page. That's what they do. They just make a whole new page with 12 followers on it. One picture of the trees or the sky. Boom. Now your stalker's still stalking. Like, thank you for that rose, honey. Yeah, people are nutty. They're absolutely nutty. And this is why I created this platform, because I know I'm not the only one that experienced some shit like this. Shit really be crazy out here. And it's because you're pretty. I want to reiterate that, because people be like, oh, it's just because people's crazy. Oh, well, nobody's really doing that to you. You tripping, or you think you all that. You think everybody jealous of you. Man, look. When you that girl, when you that bitch, and you pretty and you dress nice and you got it going on, no matter how much money you got in your pocket, you got it going on, period. Honey, you gonna have some problems with these humans. Okay? You're gonna have some problems with these humans. That's why you have to have high standards and conviction. Let me tell you something, Miss Mika B. That's facts. I constantly talk about the need to be exclusive and a little bit snooty. You gotta be. You have to protect your energy. You have to be exclusive, right? You have to preserve yourself. You have to preserve yourself. As a pretty girl. When you're that girl, when you're that bitch, you have to preserve yourself. People gonna always be trying to come at you. Energy vampires, bloodsuckers, just coming your way, trying to take all your good energy from you. So you have to be picky and choosy. I've been realizing that preservation is paramount. It is. You need it. You need to be able to be like, nope, I'm not going here. I'm not going there. I'm not hanging with those types of people. I don't want to date this type of person. I don't want these type of women in my life. No, I will not go here. No, I will not do this. And they'll be like, oh, she mean. You a mean girl. You're not a girl's girl. You mean. No, bitch, I have boundaries. And I stand on them. And I'm not playing with you bitches. I'm not playing with you hoes. I don't play around. You can't play around. When you got a gift like that, let me tell you something. When you're beautiful and you have a gift, you cannot play around with that. You have a higher responsibility with that gift. You better not be out here letting just anybody be in your life. Laying up with any old person. Going any old place. Doing any old thing. Hello? Girl, you have a gift on you. You better stop playing around with yourself. You better hold yourself to a higher standard by how you carry yourself in this world. You better start saying no more often so people don't think they can just take advantage of you. Say no as often as possible. If you don't feel like fucking doing something, it's a no. If you don't want to deal with a situation, you leave. You hear me? I'm so happy I got on this live stream. I'm glad you're here, honey. Because this is why I go live. Because we need a reminder. You needed a reminder. Period. You needed a reminder. Okay. Wish more women understood this. I do too. Because honey, imagine if every woman understood boundaries And every woman understood self-preservation. And every woman operated in her power. Do you know how powerful we would be as a collective of women? Do you know how powerful that would be? How we would thrive in the collective of women if every woman stood up for herself and stood in her power and authority and created boundaries for herself and showed herself more respect and respected others, showed more compassion toward people, showed more love toward people, walked in her authenticity, right? Healed from her trauma. If we all did that as a collective, we would be in power right now. We would go back to a place of matriarchy where women are in charge. But until then, we're going to be dealing with this shit. So we got to do what we got to do as pretty powerhouses, right? We got to do what we got to do and make sure that we're good. And make sure we ain't caught slipping out here. You know? Making sure that we're always doing what's necessary for our own life and our own well-being. Thank you, Misia. Thank you so much. Because, giving yourself over to any old person, right? Exerting your energy, doing things, volunteering your energy, volunteering your time, being overly nice, oversharing all of your personal business, right? Making yourself low, dimming your light, internalizing bullshit people tell you. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're not doing that, y'all. We're not doing that anymore. Absolutely not. We are going to gain more confidence. We're going to walk in our authority and power. We're going to respect ourselves. We're going to respect other people. We are going to have more grace and more, we're going to have more grace and understanding for ourselves. We're going to follow our dreams. We're going to manifest the life we truly want. That's what we're going to do. Hey, baby. What's up? I'm on live. Okay. That's what we're going to do, ladies. Period. Period. Now, if you need help in any of these areas, I do have ebooks available. I write about stuff like this all the time. Because I just feel like we as women need a daily reminder. We need to be reminded of our strength and our power that's already in us. We need that, we need that encouragement daily. So I offer you my ebooks that are available. Link is in my bio. If you want to buy them, great. If not, that's cool. You're still welcome here in this community. Not a problem. Right? But my number one seller, my best seller is You Are Pretty Powerhouse. I talk about these weird dynamics with women, right? Workplace drama, workplace bullying, hazing, negging, the negativity you get for being a beautiful woman, the negativity you get for having confidence and being strong and being powerful, right? I talk about stuff like that in that book. If y'all interested, y'all go grab it. I have other books as well on glamour, as well as your goddess power and your sensual energy. I talk about that type of stuff too. Monday, either Monday or Tuesday, I'll let you guys know in the stories, but I'm going to be having my You Are Pretty Powerhouse Masterclass. Y'all can join me for that next week. What's your take on those phony weirdo friends that just leave you alone? Oh, baby, that's when the trash takes itself out, honey. When they just ghost you or block you, boo, that's the trash taking itself out. That's God doing his work for you, baby. You ain't gotta. And you know what it is too? That's the universe making room for good people to come in your space. Look at it that way. These people left me, or these people, took a step back. They blocked me. They ghosted me. Now you have room for genuine people to be in your life. That's what that is. Don't look at that as a bad thing. They blocked me. They ghosted me. No. You have room for genuine people now that are aligned with you. And that's what it's about. So just think of it that way. I'm going to go ahead and go, y'all, because I'm getting ready to go with the wife. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being in the live today. We give y'all a hand clap. love you ladies so much. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye. See y'all later.